So morning all, welcome along. I'm back out with RB on another ride test, yet another LXR. Still got about 4 of these available in the black and gold. I've got a Michigan left and one LXS. We are selling these like hotcakes. This is going out, and this is going to our customer Mohammed, who lives out in Aylesbury, and he's asked me to do a video and obviously mention his name so all the family can watch it. So family, there you go. This is the LXR in black and gold. As always, got a stainless can to the back. Very easy to check your rear brake fluid, your oil, your coolant. Very, very easy to get to absolutely everything on this. Twin discs to the front, single disc to the front. Has the combined braking system. Just getting in the front, just look at that stainless can in there. Absolutely lovely. So we're going to get out, have a ride test on this one, and just show Mohammed the bike running and everything all good on it. So into first gear. As always, these mirrors on these are absolutely super wide. Seating position I've gone about loads of times. Just set back from mid peg position on this, but this seat does tuck you into the tank. So through the box as quick as we can. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then you get the revs on. So never ever try getting your revs up high going through the gears. Get through the box as quick as you can and then bang your revs on from the top gear. Unless of course you're around town when you're in about third or fourth and you can't get up to sixth, but obviously trying to keep the revs as low as possible. Now I had a customer say, I have issues changing gear at 9,000 RPM. You shouldn't be doing 9,000 RPM and changing gear. You should be getting through the box as quick as you can. If you're pushing it to 9,000 RPM, you are seriously hammering that engine. And the red line on these is only 11,000. So if you're changing gear at 9,000, big slap on the wrist for you. You should be changing your gears between about 4 and 3, between 3 and 5. I normally change up around about 3,500, 4,000 on most bikes, and you'll see that in a minute when I go off down the dual carriageway. And as always, just like to say, I love the smell of freshly worn in bike. Just getting that smell of that burning paint, absolutely lovely. Sitting in neutral, just waiting for the lights to change. Keeping an eye on the traffic behind me, and we are off. So there we go, around about 4.5 to 5 on every gear change. Get through the box as quick as you can and then get your revs on in top gear. Now obviously we can't do the hill climb today because they have shut off the main A5 up into Brick Hill. So 5,000 RPM gives you 40 mile an hour, which is where we're going to be sat, 40 to 45, not pushing the engine too hard. Bike is being run in, and obviously on a new bike you should be running that in for 500 miles or 3 months, depending on what comes first. So that's when your first service comes up, 500 miles, 3 months. Get your service out of the way, and you can go to most motorcycle dealers and just ask them to upload it to the Lexmoto system. So you can go to an approved motorcycle shop, as long as it's not your mate with an oil can and a filter in his hand. It must be an approved motorcycle shop, even if it's not a Lexmoto dealer. But there are lots of Lexmoto dealers around the country. If you do get it done by another garage, obviously you can take a photocopy, send it into the people that sold your bike, say, can you upload my service record for me? Not a problem. We'll get them to do it for you. Second service will then come in at 6 months, 3,000 miles. So that is your next service interval. And then after that it's another 3,000 or 12 months. So they have lengthened out the service on these. It used to be 311, 932, 1500, 2485, blah 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 blah. So service has now lengthened. These new Euro 5 engines absolutely spot on and bulletproof. Man, do like the LXRs. LXSs are nice, but obviously I feel very cramped on the LXS, as I've said in previous videos. Just running through some of the old stuff. Now, we had a few questions come in. I was going to jump onto the live stream last night, but if you're watching that video that I'm about to put up, and this one will probably follow it, Joanna's bike going out to Luton. Obviously had a bit of an issue with the courier, so I did a personal service and hand delivered the bike. Got all the way out to Luton, dropped it off, and waited for my friend to come and get me. And it's the first time I've rode pillion in about 40 years. And he turned up on his big Yamaha 1000. Hey RB, how you doing, mate? Yeah, good. Where do you want to hold on? Oh God. I said I normally grab either sort of round the waist or on the back rack. Oh, I got my pillion handles. He's got a belt with some handles, one either side. Oh, right, I'll grab hold of those. Off we went, and we got down, and obviously not on intercom, so we're yelling at each other through the helmets. And he said to me, he said, M1 or A5? And I went, do the M1, come out of Luton, do the M1, come off at Heath and Reach for the A5, and we'll barrel down the A5. We'll go back to the garage, because obviously I left the car at the garage last night, which is what we did. And it was, to say it was a spirited ride, I'm like, Jesus, how fast do we go? Don't worry, we're only just short of 80. Yeah, that's the first time I've ridden pillion in about 40 years, and I had so much fun being on the back. He is a very, very good rider. And obviously it was slightly damp last night, but we did push it into the corners, and it's good to actually be on the back of a bike with someone with a lot of knowledge. And we had quite a good ride back, and then obviously he dropped me at the garage, and I said to him, I said, oh, might catch you, obviously not this weekend, but not next weekend, but the weekend after. Oh, that's all right, I'm about Monday, fancy a beer? I happen to be about on Monday, so I said to him, I tell you what, meet you at the village pub, I'll buy you a beer. How much do I owe you for the fuel? Not a problem. He said, I've had my camera on, I'm going to go and put a vlog up saying that I've had RB on the back of my bike. Oh, you little jammy thingy. So, do you want me to mention your channel? No, please don't. He said, I don't want a lot of followers. And I'm like, why is that? He said, my YouTube is just for me, just uploading silly stuff. He said, I don't just do bike videos, I do pottering around in the garden and just put it on my YouTube. But, yeah, don't mention my channel, but you know who you are. That is all I'm going to say. Thank you very much for the pillion last night. It was much appreciated. And obviously on the 125 it took me about 45 minutes to get to Luton because the traffic was horrendous. We actually did Luton to Milton Keynes last night in 18 minutes. So work that one out for yourself. I was travelling at 45, and if that took me 45 minutes, how bleeding close do you want to get? Lucky I was watching him in the mirror. Quick merge onto the outside lane. Flash this lorry back in. So yeah, work that out. 45 minutes to Luton at 45 mile an hour, and we took 18. It doesn't take much working out how fast we were going. So yeah, thanks to him. Just don't get any speeding tickets, because it ain't going to be my fault, because I was on the back. Then again, my name's all over the back of my jacket, so probably a couple of speed cameras with my name all over them. So what we got going on this weekend? Well, we've got a viewing on the Movistar. The boys from Beds, Bucks and Northants are out every Sunday if you fancy some advanced motorcycle training, and it is a training session this weekend. Unfortunately, I have other commitments for the next 2 weeks, but I will get back out again and have a little bit of fun with those. But they meet up at Starbucks at the place That's Nick, Dave, and of course Simon GTR 1400. Go across, have a look at his channel. Very good friend of mine, very, very good biker. Rides a GTR 1400 Concourse, the newer version of mine. And it's good to see all my biker friends like Smitty, Salty the Sprinkles, Big Smitty Riding. If you haven't checked out his channel, go and have a look at that. And the one I am going to mention is obviously Bikes, Beards and Brews Ben. He done a giveaway last night, a freebie giveaway. I don't know what shops he's been frequenting, but some of the stuff that he gave away yesterday, and obviously for the sake of the YouTube channel I can't mention what it is, but let me just say that one of the prize winners won an inflatable girlfriend. One of the guys won himself something that you would use to make a horse go faster, with a little bit of leather stuck on the back, and you would hold it in your hand and whip things. He won one of those. And the third prize winner, they called it a rear rock plug holder. Obviously he's got a bit of a beef with rear rock helmets. But go and check his channel out, have a look at that. But this LXR is running absolutely beautiful for Mohammed. He's going to be well pleased with this. He's due to pick up, unfortunately, the week I'm on holiday, so I won't be there to see him. But I'm going to be doing loads of videos on this. We're going to be checking the bike out over the next few days. We're going to get the Insta out again, because obviously we're now going to do 2 videos per bike. First one is going to be sort of the basic ride test that I do, get some miles on the bike. The second ride test, we are going to strap the Insta to the bikes, and we are going to do a side-on ride test, so you can actually see the bike full length, see what the riding position's like. A lot of people have said, you know, obviously, what does it look like when you're riding a bike? What is your riding position? Are you cramped over it? Are you bolt upright? So we are going to be doing a separate video number 2 of this one, due to come up. And keep an eye on that lorry. So we're going to get the Insta out and do a further video. So that's the 2 trips down the dual carriageway. We're 7 miles in. First ride test completed for you, Mohammed. Lovely, lovely black and gold version this. But she's running absolutely perfect. Lovely seating position. I tend to ride these very upright, but you can obviously crouch yourself down, get yourself over the bike, push yourself back in the seat, and obviously tuck your knees in and get yourself into what we call sports bike style. But riding upright, it's not too much strain on the wrist, it's not that bad. 6-speed box, all the brakes are all good, mirrors are nice. I am going to get a little bit of clutch adjustment done on this, as my bite is, being fussy, my bite is about ½ an inch out too far. I tend to be very, very fussy about my clutch bite, so I am going to get them to adjust that. But for all intensive purposes, the clutch is absolutely fine. I don't like the bite point, it's a bit too far out for me. And if you're looking at clutch point bites, they should be about 1 inch to 1.5 inches away from the bar. This is a little bit too far out for me, so I'm going to get them to adjust that. Just me being fussy and finicky as I always am. But ride test over. As always, if you like it, hit the thumbs up, let us know your comments, go and check out those channels that I've told you about, go and give the other bikers the support. And obviously today is 9/11 day, 20 years today, would you believe it? Comments down below anyway, stick your comments in the comments section. Notifications bell, hit that bell, that will tell you when the next video is coming up in the series. If you're after a bike, Eclipse Motorcycles mk.co.uk, telephone numbers 01908 643 603. I'm heading back for my cup of coffee, which has probably gone cold because I left it under the counter and I've been out quite a bit. have my obligatory cigarettes, and then get ready for the weekend. So whatever you're doing, have a good one, guys. Until the next time, be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me.